Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. A rainy Monday afternoon. We're still under a flood warning. So far so good. We just got to make it through the night and then we should all be safe. So fingers crossed and thanks for your concern. I am looking at a rather strange tale today with the Tarot of Curious Creatures, and this is sorry about the strange color. I've got the light on because it's very dark as I'm doing this reading. This is a Dan Wootton story, and of course he's trying to revive his career. He's got a new YouTube channel. He's got a thing on Substack where he posts interviews and things like that, and he's been talking to Angela Levin. So take it for what it's worth. She hasn't, in my opinion, had much to do with the actual royals for a very long time. That's my opinion. But anyway, the story is about Harry. It's Harry and Meghan's secret plot to take over the royal family. Harry basically wants Meghan to become queen. That's the title of this piece by Dan Wootton interviewing Angela Levin. And I'm going to quote now from the article. He believes Meghan is the one who should take over as queen. Such a scenario would require the unlikely prospect of William and his children removing themselves from the line of succession, with Harry then acting as an aid to his power-mad wife. And I read that and it didn't strike me at first, and then I read it again and it hit me that maybe what is really going on is that the Sussexes are trying to pile on the pressure onto William and Catherine so that they do walk away. And we've looked at the energy that's targeting Catherine and things like that, but this really summed it up very, very succinctly for me, that maybe, just maybe, this really is in their minds. So we're going to have a look at it with the Tarot of Curious Creatures. We're going to ask how enthusiastic Meghan is about being queen. We're going to ask if this is the Sussexes' endgame. Put so much pressure on William and Catherine and their family that they just decide it's not worth sticking around, leaving the field open for Harry and Meghan to swoop in, as they have already tried to do since all the illness in the royal family has been revealed, and all the cancer diagnoses and all of that. And then I'm going to look at Harry's view, in particular Harry's view, as influenced by Meghan, about Queen Camilla, Catherine as queen, and Meghan as queen. And then I'm going to ask, just for fun, hypothetically, from universe, how would Meghan perform if she were ever to be queen? This is not, is Meghan ever going to be queen? Because I don't think that the world can be so cruel to us that that would ever happen. I'm going to ask the universe to tell us its opinion of Meghan as queen. How would she behave? So I hope you understand where I'm heading with this one. And let's see what we've got. And let's remind you, it is tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. Just reading energy. Disclaimer in the box below. So this is based on Angela Levin's opinion that Harry and Meghan are secretly plotting to install Meghan on the throne. Okay, I think we're good to go. And I'll explain. It's a bit of a different spread, as you'll see. I'll explain the cards as we go. It's a situation. That's Meghan's feeling about herself as queen. Endgame. Sussex endgame. Queen Camilla. Queen Catherine. Queen Meghan. And universe's opinion. We'll put it down there. It's come out like that. I've run out of space because this is a very strange looking spread. Let's do it like that. Universe's opinion of herself as queen, just to amuse us at the end there. We've got the High Priestess, which is secrets, and it's described as a secret plot to manifest this. And look at it. There is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about secrets. That's our underlying energy, in case you forget, in case I forget. A bit distracted today with what is going on in my world. And it has a sense about it of not just manifesting, which would be the Magician card, more than that, of conjuring that High Priestess, which I find very interesting indeed. Didn't expect this to take a bit of a sinister turn, but it is possibly taking a sinister turn with that High Priestess card as the underlying energy. So let's look at the actual situation we're dealing with. We're dealing with Queen. Ambition. The Chariot is the card of ambition, drive, purpose, determination, will. I want, I will get, this is how I'm going to get it. Saddle up. Well, he's saddling up cats, and good luck with trying to saddle up cats. But that is the card of overweening ambition. Wow. So let's look now at Meghan's desire to be queen. Six of Pentacles. It's the card of quid pro quo, reciprocity, charity. You could call it entitlement. It's not a huge card. The huge card has already shown up with the Chariot and the High Priestess. This is it got quite an entitled feeling about it, that Six of Pentacles. Doesn't normally. As I say, it is about charity, generosity, kind acts. But that curious creature is handing out, well, feeding the chickens, basically. It is from a lofty height of, I am the one with all the power, and I will cast breadcrumbs to you peasants, and you will all bow down before me. There is that energy in that Six of Pentacles. So I do think there is an idea that it should be an equal opportunity royal family. And we've heard about how she was going to modernize the family. And Angela Levin actually continues in this interview to explain where this notion comes from, and how Harry was amazed that the royal family didn't take on board Meghan's brilliant advice about modernizing the monarchy, because of course Meghan was a self-made woman, unlike Catherine, and she had far more world experience than Catherine, and so Catherine should be discarded basically, and Meghan should be installed in her place. Entitlement and equal opportunity royal family. May the best queen win. Not how it works these days, although we've had centuries of striving along kind of those lines. So maybe Meghan isn't that deluded after all, but it has that sense for me as a tarot reader. So let's move on to, is this the Parkle end game? Make life so awful for William and Catherine and their children that they will decide, to hell with this, we're going to live in the Caribbean on one of those lovely islands, and goodbye. And I have seen signs of this around in my readings. Page of Cups isn't so much about pressure as about trying to be charming. Trying to schmooze people with that Page of Cups. I'm the most popular royal. That's what that Page of Cups is about. So she does think it's a popularity contest. She felt that if she could be the Diana II, and people would adore her, and crowds would scream in the road, and if they had that near catastrophic car chase, people would faint in the streets with horror that the darling Meghan Markle was at risk, and something must be done, and let's put her in Windsor Castle and install her on the throne to protect her. What's interesting about this story is it's not about has-been being the king. It's about Meghan being the queen, and has-been being an aid to his power-mad wife, quote unquote. So it's going to be through a charm offensive that this is going to happen. So it's not a sinister plot and let's work furiously to chase William and Catherine out, although High Priestess is there in the energy. So on the surface, a charm offensive, Page of Cups. Underneath, I get something more sinister with the High Priestess. I have to say, secret plot. It could be so secret that maybe has-been isn't fully aware of the full extent of the plot. Let's just put it like that and say that is my opinion and that's my energy interpretation of these cards as a tarot reader. So let's look at the three women now. Queen Camilla, Harry's view of her as influenced by Meghan, her as a queen, Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is a stroke of bad luck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Can't believe that she actually made it to that position. Can't believe it. How did that happen? It's a real setback, that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They didn't see it coming. They didn't see that the Queen was going to pass away so quickly. That very clearly they didn't anticipate. My opinion being that they're so self-absorbed that they failed to notice all the signals coming their way. I saw it as a tarot reader months before. I knew absolutely that this was going to happen. But Harry and Meghan, who were still being informed by the royal family of what was going on allegedly and being invited by the Queen to come and spend some time with them at Balmoral that final summer, didn't dawn on them what was going on. So self-absorbed. So this came as a terrible shock that Queen Camilla got an upgrade in the final weeks of the Queen's life. She wasn't just going to be Queen Consort, she was going to be actual Queen. We know that Harry was furious about that. Well, let's say allegedly, Harry was absolutely outraged about that, couldn't believe it. And then she was crowned with the king. He was there all surly and scuffing his heels and muttering to himself what little you could see behind Princess Anne's remarkably large feather in her cap. But terrible setback. Didn't see it coming. How about Catherine as Queen? How do the nasty pair feel about that? Queen of Cups, they worry that she will be very connected to the public, that she will steal their hearts. Meghan was supposed to be the Queen of Cups. She was supposed to be Diana too. But Catherine is the one who has emerged as the rightful heir to that title, the Queen of Hearts. Going through this immense suffering that she has gone through in the past 5 months or so, starting with that whole terrible racism thing, although it started much before that when Meghan actually arrived in the royal family. Catherine's suffering started then, but her visible suffering that everybody is aware of now has been ongoing since the racism allegations in Scooby-Doo's horrible book Endgame. And but she has emerged through it as somebody that everyone can relate to and love. Horror of horrors for the Parkles. Meghan as Queen. In the Parkles' view, how would that be? Ace of Wands in reverse. Tells me it's something that they want. It's power. The Ace of Wands is a very powerful card. It's manifesting again. It's a magical energy. It's creative. It's dramatic. It's theatrical. It's commanding. Wands are very commanding. They're leadership energy through charisma and enthusiasm and giving people a cause to follow. But it's in reverse. So it's something that they would like to happen, but right now don't see it possible anymore because it's in reverse. Finally, as I have to shout over the rain, how does the universe see her as Queen material? We're going to look at Meghan as marriage material in the next one, throwback reading. But Meghan as Queen, what would the universe have to say about that? Page of Pentacles. That's quite a sneaky little and cheeky little card actually, because it's not a big devil or tower or death or any of those things. It's the Merchant card, Page of Pentacles. Contracts, negotiations, deals, money. And it's very interesting that she has no high status cards in this reading. There is the ambition there is the secret plot, and possibly a bit more than just secret plotting. Maybe a little bit of conjuring, in my opinion. But the only queen who's shown up here is Catherine, the Queen of Cups. The Pentacles know it, and Meghan has shown up as Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles. A very, very junior energy. Universe is saying she doesn't have it in her at all. She doesn't have what it takes. She's just juvenile energy. She's bottom of the rung energy. She tried to climb that greasy pole. She got quite high up and then she slid straight down. She must have burns from the speed at which she slid down that pole. Page of Pentacles. She would merch. She would be having deals made with people. She would be you could sell tickets, and I know you can buy tickets and go to Balmoral and Buckingham Palace and all the rest of it, but it would be, oh sure, you can use Windsor Castle. You can film the next series of The Crown at Windsor Castle. Help yourself, just pay me lots of money. All about the money, all about the deals, all about the merching. There would be crazy amounts of merch, and it would be tacky, and it would be just not royal. There is nothing in these cards that is royal. There's the entitlement, the sense that it should be equal opportunity, the sense that it should be a popularity contest, a bit like Miss World or something like that. Those legs for miles. But there is an interesting card. Didn't see that one coming. Do understand the power of Catherine as a future queen, or as a current high status royal woman, and realize that however much they were striving for this goal of Meghan as queen, Ace of Wands in reverse, it's an unattainable goal now. Thank goodness. And that is your reading, and thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.